When I was a kid in high school, I became student body president, very focused on certain issues that I wanted to change. There were a lot of people sort of complaining about these issues, and I thought the most effective way for me to try to change some of the things that people were sort of complaining about was to become student body president and sort of affect change and you know, take an agenda, execute the agenda, or at least try to, right? And so that was my junior year, and so I ended up being student body president my junior and senior year, and it ended up being sort of fruitful because I saw a lot of my words and thinking become action. Look, I sort of grew up in a very challenging childhood, and so I sort of had to change. It was a survival mechanism, if you will. And so I am always constantly thinking about ways to reinvent myself to sort of become that person that I have in my mind who I want to be down the road, whether it's the husband I want to be, the father that I want to be, the banker that I want to be, or the friend that I want to be. And so I'm constantly sort of have goals in my office, and I'm constantly thinking about whether or not my behavior that day or that week or that month is to that sort of drumbeat, right? I was a really poor kid, challenging circumstance, and I felt that I got a pretty fair shot. I met somebody who gave me an opportunity, took me under their wing, and so I'd hope to be able to do that for a bunch of other people, as many people as I humanly can do that for. And so there's a young lady who was graduating from Manhattan Bridges High School this year and did not have money to pay for college. And my buddy's a teacher there, so he called me. We talked about raising money. We raised, I think, $3,000 of the $7,500, and then I just gave her the rest of the money because her story was so compelling. And so I wanted to make sure that she got an opportunity to sit in my seat one day as somebody gave me that opportunity. I usually, before going to bed every night, independent of what time I go to bed, I write a list of sort of things to do for the next day, and sometimes for the next week, because the list is long and I can't accomplish it the next day. And so that list is never decreasing, it's always increasing, not because I'm not getting to stuff, but because I'm adding stuff faster than I'm getting to stuff. I drive to work most of the time. I live in Jersey and work downtown at the World Trade Center, and I listen to Spanish music on the way in. It's sort of the way I connect to my culture, because it's hard to connect otherwise because I'm so busy in the corporate world, and I listen to music and sing along. So that's probably the quirkiest thing, and I'm not going to change that. So the thing that I'd change would be to get everyone to look at everyone else and each other as if though they were colorless, and look at them and judge them based on their words, their actions, and the content of their character. And I think the way I at least try to do that is by myself behaving that way, and not sort of saying, look, I am a Puerto Rican guy whose parents immigrated from Puerto Rico here, and put myself in a bucket, but to just act the way I want others to act in corporate America, personally, with my family, with my kids. And so that takes a long time, but I think examples always amplify more than words.